If you guys are still playing FC24 and you want some cheap coins, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you do use my code Rema, it will give you a lovely 5% discount off your order. So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. Now in today's video guys, we have my updated 4-4-2 tactics and instructions for you in FC24. A very balanced formation, good in both the attack and the defense, very direct and very easy to use in my opinion. And yeah, just before we get into it guys, would very much appreciate it if you could drop the video a thumbs up, as it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm massively. And yeah, with all that aside guys, let's get right into the video. Okay then guys, so quickly going through the tactics, defensive style guys, you guys know by now, we have it on balanced, as it does give us the best control when we are defending. So when we want to press, we can, and when we want to drop off, be more passive, we can also do that. So balanced is always the way to go in my opinion. I think it's by far the most consistent and the best way to defend in this game. Moving on to the defensive width, I use 35 on pretty much every formation now because I find it to be the most reliable setting. So what's good about it is it does give you a narrow and compact defense to block out all those attacks through the middle, but at the same time you also have good coverage of those wider areas in case an opponent goes for an attack down the wing or wants to switch the play. So 35 is the sweet spot in my opinion. Now for the depth, you can use what you want. A lot of people, including myself, use 71 and 100 depth quite frequently. The reason being is it gives you this automatic press from the AI, which makes it very difficult for your opponent to play through you. It completely congests the middle area of the pitch, and the AI basically automates a lot of your defense for you. I like to use this when the gameplay is quite heavy and it's not easy to defend yourself, but when the gameplay is alright, I prefer using something like 65 or 60, where we still have that higher defensive line, we just have more control over when we press. So I like a mix and match. It all depends on, you know, the responsiveness of the gameplay at certain times. Now for the build-up play, I pop it on balanced. I find balanced to be the most consistent and the most varied type of build-up. When you use balance, you can basically pick and choose between all the different build-up styles, such as slow build-up or fast build-up, and mix and match them whenever you want. I think these individual settings are pretty poor. The AI is like not very good for them, and I think balanced is just more consistent in all areas. So I just prefer to go with balanced. I don't really think you need to change it. For the chance creation, direct passing is the way to go. Unfortunately, it's a very boring tactic, but the only way to consistently break through those park the bus defenses. So your attackers do like a very push forward, track back, linear movement. So they do it to create that space between the defenders, and then you can pass across or cut back to them. So very boring, very effective though. For the attacking width, you can use what you want. All you need to know is the lower the width, the more narrow your attack, and the higher the width, the wider your attack. I wouldn't go too far extreme either way. If you want to play like a really narrow attack, for example, I would suggest going as low as 40, and then if you want to play a bit wider, I'd maybe say like 60. So I won't go too extreme either way. Just pick something though that does suit you. For the players in the box, we have this on 7. This is to get quite a few players into that penalty area, but you don't completely overcommit. This is the sweet spot for me, but you can change it if you like. And then for the corners and the free kicks, I have them on 3 at the moment, but again, you can do what you want with that. Now, moving on to the player instructions, guys. On my right striker, so my quicker striker in Mbappe, I have them on stay central and get in behind. Stay central to keep them in the middle. I don't really want them drifting out wide. And because they are a runner of a player, I like to have them on get in behind so they can utilize their pace to get in behind the line. And then for the left striker, because I use like a bigger guy in Weghorst, more of like a target man, I alternate between mixed attack and target player. I've just been using mixed attack at the moment because Weghorst can still run, so I kind of just let him do a bit of everything and it works quite nicely. So unlike the more target player, stay central and mixed attack I think has been working really nicely, or you can just still go stay central, get in behind if you would like to keep it simple. For the wide midfielders, the right mid and the left mid, we pop them on comeback and defence, cut inside, get in behind and get into the box across. Comeback and defence just ensures that they do take the correct position when we don't have the ball. They can be very lazy on basic defensive support, so to prevent this from happening, comeback and defence just ensures that they will stay in that correct shape when we are defending. despite their work rate. We also have them on cut inside, so they start their runs out wide and transition into the more narrow areas. This is a movement I really like, to be honest with you. It's not something you have to use, but I really enjoy using this on the left mid and the right mid. And we also have them on getting behind, so they do get up and down the line. They can be static on balance support in that left mid and right mid spot is how EA have programmed it. So getting behind forces them to run down the wing and get into the attack, and then get into the box across as well, so they do not hesitate in getting into that penalty area. Now, if there's left centre mid, we use more of a stay back centre mid, so somebody that will, you know, basically be a rock, an anchor, and play the ball from deep. So on this player, we just plot them on stay back while attacking and cover centre. We don't want them flying forward, and we want them to cover the middle area, as we already have players covering the wing. Now for this right centre mid, I use them more box to box, so I'll put them on balanced attack, get into the box across, and then cover centre. Balanced attack because we want them to attack and defend, do a bit of everything. They are the box to box. Get into the box across, I like on Bellingham because I really love his attacking AI, so I don't mind him, you know, continuing his run and getting into that area, but you can do balanced crossing runs if you don't want to use that. And then we also have them on cover centre again, so we will cover that middle area. Now for the fullbacks, on the more attacking one, doesn't matter which one, so my right back, I have them on balanced overlap. This works because I have my right mid and my left mid on cut inside, which means they'll transition into those more narrow areas, leaving space out wide. So basically, it's just asking for this fullback to overlap and get into that space. So we'll have attackers in the narrow areas, and we'll also have a fullback in the wider area, so it's a bit harder to defend for our opponent. It's not as predictable. For the other fullback, the more defensive of the two, we have them on stay back and overlap, so we always have at least 3 defenders back at a time, but when we send them on the run forward, they make that overlapping run to add that extra width. And then for the 2 centre-backs, we leave them alone. And then the keeper, we also leave them alone. But yeah, guys, they're my tactics and instructions for the 4-4-2. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to drop it a thumbs up. Sub to the channel if you are new. And don't forget to turn on those notifications. And yeah, although that's all, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.